As the tragedy in Washington state continues to unfold, people living in La Conchita along the Ventura County coastline are reliving the mudslide that devastated their own community, you might recall, back in 2005. News Channel 3 reporter Elise Martinez is live with reaction from residents still trying to rebuild 9 years later. Elise?
The seaside community between Santa Barbara and Ventura has endured 2 mudslides. One claimed the lives of 10 people, and residents in La Conchita say what's happening in Washington state right now is all too familiar. People who lived through the tragedy in La Conchita say it's difficult to watch the coverage of the mudslide in Washington because the images hit so close to home.
It's extremely similar to what happened here.
In 2005, after 26 inches of rain in 16 days, the hills above La Conchita crumbled, sending a wall of dirt and debris into homes. Longtime resident Mike Bell says it happened so fast there was no time to run.
And in 15 seconds, it had fallen, come into town, settled, stopped. 15 seconds. The people that were trapped by it didn't have a chance.
10 lives were lost, and the search for the missing in Washington is bringing up painful memories.
The people in town here know that when you have friends and relatives that are missing, it's just horrible. You can't even explain what they were going through, what we all went through.
Residents in La Conchita know the hillside could give way once again, but if it does, there's an emergency plan in place.
Everybody responds to a certain location. We have name tags, we have everything so that when the emergency people come into town, we can go, okay, here's who lives where, everywhere. Here's their phone number.
Despite the constant reminders of the past, those who stayed after the mudslide say they know the risk of living in what they call paradise.
There's an old saying, you never really leave La Conchita.
Now, La Conchita residents are still working to rebuild and shore up that hillside 9 years later. They tell me a study by the state of California and FEMA puts the cost of shoring up the hillside at around $56 million. They have a contractor out in the area right now reevaluating that study because they believe it can be done for about $17 million. Live in Santa Barbara, Elise Martinez, News Channel 3.
All right, Elise, thanks very much. We certainly never will forget either of the 2 La Conchita mudslides.